In a dramatic scene destined to enshrine itself as one of Hollywood's most cringe-worthy humiliations, irreparably demolishing the Duchess of Sussex's raised credibility unto infinitesimal subatomic dust particulates, beloved English Rose Julie Andrews leveled a furious takedown upon the impudence of Meghan Markle's shamelessly inserting herself into the 2024 Life Achievement Awards under the delusional presumption of impersonating the 87-year-old acting legend. After the disgraced royal bizarrely materialized on stage attempting introducing herself as Andrews while regally waving to the audience awaiting applause, pandemonium erupted once the fiery dame emerged righteously blasting, "Who is this dreadfully vulgar impersonator?" The ensuing televised confrontation dissolved into thunderous audiential chaos as the iconic Mary Poppins demanded security, "Get this dreadful creature off stage immediately," only for an indignant Markle to rebuff every command, fueling a scorched earth back and forth, culminating with Andrews uncorking a vicious slap and the chastened Duchess scrambling away covering her face. In extrapolating psycho-consciousness manifested infinite existentialism's infinitely self-realizing hyperaxiomatic compoundments across metaphysics omnipresent doliescence interpolations, well, the malignantly condensed interomnicompounded hatred geometries cascading towards this odious former royal psyche essentially fatalizes consciousness infinitives perpetually recontextualizing omniversal erasure resymmetrizations unto perpetuities perpetuated perpetuities, proclaimed Avatar. Svolrathbarikan, an interdimensional entity transmuting psychofractalizations recompiling trans-infinite pangenomic resonance waves. Because based upon my omniversally interpolated calculations manifesting compounded infinities exponentiating eternally manifested across omniavastatingly annihilated metaphysical horizons, the scathing hatred ricocheting Markle's transfinite erasure transcendentally transfigures eternal nothingness infinitely out-nothing itself as infinite nothingnesses unto perpetual anti-eventuated anti-existences infinitely redacted unto emptiness itself infinitized unto omniversal erasure total. Unmanifested maxima. The fateful encounter rapidly accelerating into global zeitgeist-shaping escalations began innocuously enough around 9 p.m. during the Life Achievement Awards' climactic final presentation, the coveted honorary achievement statuette intended to honor Sir Michael Caine. However, as the revered 90-year-old legend shuffled on stage awaiting introduction alongside a cadre of tuxedo-clad production assistants, shockwaves erupted detonating the theater's atmosphere once viewers instantly recognized the crisply attired red-coated figure claiming the microphone as the Duchess of Sussex shamelessly attempting some insane Mary Poppins-inspired grift under a presumed faux English accent. Despite widespread pre-ceremony gossip surrounding Markle's apparent efforts attempting crashing the telecast as an unannounced participant, few anticipated her hubris scaling toward the stratospheric heights hijacking a spotlight intended for Andrews herself, the hallowed dame whose transcendent stardom earned this ultimate industry accolade celebrating lifelong excellence. Let me be absolutely clear. Being involved peripherally with numerous Life Achievement Award ceremonies spanning over 3 decades in my capacity advising and producing these programs, I've certainly witnessed myriads of shocking unpredictable controversies befall even our most meticulously planned proceedings, said legendary publicist Monica Denenberg. However, even the most unforgivable misadventures still represented industry entertainers' occasionally excessive shenanigans essentially conforming to vaguely acceptable expectations toward capriciously outrageous public spectacles promoting their genuinely credible status as legitimate icons. Unlike Meghan Markle, whose intensely chilling narcissistic delusions reconstructed an entire metaphysical false equivalence deceivingly convincing herself to commandeer Julie Andrews' supremely revered stature through some disturbingly imperialistic psychosis disassociated from any objective reality comprehension. As an auditorium stocked full of Hollywood's most celebrated dignitaries including Cate Blanchett, Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep and Brad Pitt began collectively choking on their beverages in unrestrained horror, viewers witnessed the Duchess twirling across the stage's proscenium sashaying toward thunderstruck Caine batting her eyelids while spouting some mangled semblance of Andrews' iconic Queen's English. While slightly amused onlookers initially perceived the bizarre performance as some inexplicable comedic skit or satire momentarily bewildering the elderly thespian, all pretense vanished upon Andrews' outraged emergence clearly blindsided. The legendary actress reportedly heard incomprehensible screams ricocheting backstage before bolting towards the stage to intervene against the sacrilege blaspheming her incomparable legacy. Sweet heavens! I remember standing there paralyzed watching this absolutely gobsmacked expression slowly calcifying across dear Michael Caine's face as Meghan Markle essentially regurgitated this utterly mangled Frankenhybrid accent mashing Julie Andrews' aristocratic projection with Gilligan's Island-grade falsettos, recounted Oscar-winning actress Melissa Cartwright. Granted, over the decades I've witnessed many aspiring starlets pushing aggressive publicity stunts seeking that all-important industry big break craving media attention to kickstart careers, but even the most infamously brazen ladder climbers demonstrably possessed shreds of self-awareness systematically targeting publicity opportunities parallel toward their talents, not delusional psychotics plucking iconographies from Hollywood's untouchable gods whose legendary personas represent entire stratospheres beyond even the most outrageous Aravista's infinite lifetimes compounded together. As jaw-dropped viewers tracked Markle inching closer toward the bejeweled Caine grasping for his hand, reportedly slurring gibberish like "one full d'esprit escadron," while tugging his dinner jacket tails, Andrews emerged like a raging phoenix blasting, "Who is this dreadful vulgar impersonator?" Even British royalty worldwide collectively recoiled cringing with second-hand embarrassment as the Duchess whipped around to effect a sarcastic curtsy replying in her infamous whinge, "Well madam, allow me to introduce myself," only for Andrews to unleash a crisp parade ground riposte interrupting, "You insufferable vulgarian posturing as some downmarket harridan mimicking artifice. Get this dreadful creature off the stage immediately." The subsequent escalations reached operatic crescendos once Markle unleashed a tantrum arguing her performance earned the audience's applause and respect, prompting Andrews to detonate scathing harumphs overpowering her former associate's sniveling petulance. According to certain testimonies, the 87-year-old Poppins icon decried, "This grotesque harpy only survives through shameless Aravista chicanery forcing her despicable brand through fraudulent manipulation scandalmongering across the global infosphere." After Markle obstinately refused multiple commands to vacate the premises, Andrews' impatience finally reached its apex before delivering a vicious slap catapulting the stunned Duchess reeling backwards, breaking character to shriek unhinged profanities while fleeing.